It's another beautiful Sunday afternoon. This is Rubbin Minds. Welcome. My name is Ebuka Obiuchendu. Great to have you here as always. Our very last show in the month of August. By the next time we're here, we might have ministers. Mr. President promised us ministers in September, and it's September on Tuesday, I think. So hopefully it comes early in September as against being late. We've waited long enough. Hopefully the wait will be worth it. And talking about waiting, it's been 503 days since over 200 girls were abducted from a girls' secondary school in Chibok, Borno State. Thursday marks the 500th day since that abduction happened. We still don't know where the girls are or anything about them, if I may even use those words. And it's pretty unfortunate because we don't know what might be happening. Mr. President hasn't really given us any serious words with regards to their whereabouts or if they will be found. Security operatives, we here are doing their best to find them, but we don't know what the situation is really. But like I always do, we're going to be talking about the week that was, and I have here with me two very special guests. Chidi Okereke, thanks for being here today. Thank you. And Bola Dale Adekoya, thanks for coming.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's start with you, Chidi, now, the Chibok girls. A lot of people have lost hope. The parents even did lose hope before Nigerians. Most of them I hear had held funerals and all of that. And I mean, 500 days is a long time. It's a pretty long time. Should we still be talking about this? Is this something we should move on from? Are they still going to be found, you think?
I think until it's clear, it's certain that these girls will not be coming back, I think we should continue talking about it. Yes, 500 days is a long time. It's a very, very long time for people to be in captivity and people not to know the whereabouts of these people. But I want to believe the government is making serious efforts to reclaim them. Now, based on intelligence and all that, I don't think they will likely tell the press or tell the people exactly the exact things they're doing. But I think they're making moves to get the girls back. And I believe, yeah, it's a long time, and these girls have passed through a whole lot. But I don't think we should lose up, and I don't think we should stop talking about it. Every single conversation held about the Chibok girls is, I think it's a pain in the president's. Yeah, it's a pain to them, and they will want to make efforts to bring them back.
Yeah, people have said that the most critical time in any abduction in the world is the first 48 hours. And we did lose track with those times with the fact that government didn't react at the time. It's a long time now. Are they still together? You know, do you share his belief? Do you think they will be found? Yeah,
there's so many reasons for concern. And every day, the chances of getting those girls get slimmer. For the first 48 hours is really very crucial. And we lost that either playing politics or being political with the issue, part of the last administration. We just have to hope now. We just have to keep hoping, believing that somehow they will be found. And from information that has been going on, from reports that have been going on, since Boko Haram still has the girls, I think they've not sold them into slavery or sex slavery, you might say. So we still have the hope. Okay, we still agitate. What we just want to do is that to ensure that the president doesn't feel this is an impossible mission anymore. You should see it as one of the most important duty he has to perform in office. And I think from the statement he made also to the Chibok girls yesterday, and he showed a kind of concern. And it is important. We just want to hear words. We've heard words. We don't want to hear words. What we want to see is action. And we would love to have the girls back.
I know people have also wondered why, a lot of the girls escaped. I think close to 50 of them, I'm not sure the exact number now, over time have escaped from captivity, and some have gone back to school, some got scholarships and all of that. And people are wondering why we haven't gotten enough information from them to trace where the others are. Do you think maybe they've moved? Is that the reason why? Or the girls actually don't even know? What could be going on with that situation?
Like I said about intelligence, I think some of the information these girls have is being kept private. So, you know, when you broadcast something like this, and then the insurgents, the terrorists, the abductors have this information that these girls have revealed where we are at certain points, it will be more difficult to track them. So I believe whatever information it is they have, they've kept it to the secret, the SSS or whoever is keeping them as kept to themselves, and they're trying to make I don't hold brief for them. I'm just saying it from the little knowledge I have about security and all that. Yeah.
Let's move on now. Hopefully we do find the girls. It's the one prayer that I think every Nigerian has, the one thing we have in common, praying for, hoping that these girls are found eventually at some point, and sooner rather than later. But let's move on now to Mr. President, and there's been serious controversy in the last week plus based on the appointments that he's made so far, with it being skewed to the north. I saw a chart yesterday, I think with Punch, was it yesterday or today, where they put all the 6 geopolitical zones with regards to appointment. The Southeast had nothing, and then South, and the Southwest were the least before the other parts of the North. Are we complaining too quickly? Because there's still a lot more appointments to be made. Are we complaining too soon?
Are we complaining too soon? Okay, first and foremost, I believe I'm on the side of competence being the key issue when positions are being given. Now, I'm an Igbo person, and I'd like to see my brother from the East hold a position at the top.
What does that do for us, though?
I think it's just pride, ego, basically. Knowing that you belong to the government, like you're part of, somebody from your geopolitical zone is part of the government. It brings a sense of belonging. Let's use that word. It brings this federal character that has been flying. Yeah, it makes us seem like, yeah, we're part of the system, we're part of the government. We all know the political history. We don't know how the president got into power, how many votes he got from the Southeast. So, not giving them appointments seems like it's he's paying the Southeast back for not giving him votes and all that. Now, I believe in competence first. I believe in competence first, and I believe we should hold our complaints until after the ministers have been appointed. I think we should just chill until ministers have been appointed. Then we can start talking about if it's competence that was the factors in selecting people, or if it's witch hunting, political play and all that.
From what you touched on there, are we complaining about the wrong things then? Should we be looking more at the CVs of these people who've been appointed as against where they come from?
Yeah, Ebuka, first and foremost, let's get this clear. I think we shouldn't, I will be fair to Mr. President. The appointment of the Chief of Staff and the Secretary of the Federal Government is very crucial. These are sacrosanct positions in any country. And it's a position that not just requires competence, but individuals that he can trust. Especially the position of the Chief of Staff and individuals should be individuals that he can lay his life. He can determine that he can virtually put his life on. So appointment from that position should be based on trust, basically trust, and his conviction that this person can actually hold brief for me. The Secretary of the Federal Government is someone that issues memo for the Council of State. So definitely, such individual, you cannot just, such a member cannot be made based on the political reason, or just because you believe the person has the capacity. Having said that also, I think the appointment that we've seen so far, not just on the issue of SGF, or on the issue of Chief of Staff, basically the appointment itself, I think is more of a political harakiri on the part of the president. I think he has made a statement, and that statement is key. And I think what he's trying to tell people is that other regions are a bunch of fools. They are individuals. They're full of fools. That they are not. They don't have they are not important. They don't have the words why. And I think it's an indictment on his own part.
But there are about 4,000 appointments to be made.
There are 4,000 appointments to be made. But if you look at the chart also, the first five key individuals in this country have been occupied, and unfortunately, by the Northerners. We don't understand ethnical on this issue, because sounding ethnical, we want to start going into Nigeria people say Nigeria should have outlived the issue of ethnic sentiment. However, basing it on the issue of competency, to me, it's not just an affront to Section 13 of the Constitution. I believe, to me also, it is basically an insult, and is a play on the intelligence of individuals from the South. That means you are telling us that it is only people from the North that has the capacity, the integrity to hold those positions. You are telling us that individuals from the South cannot be trusted. They are a bunch of imbeciles who do not have the capacity to hold that position.
I don't think Mr. President...
No.
I'm very sure Mr. President did say that.
I'm just telling you the political intonation of the action.
Which is why I asked the question earlier. Don't you think it's too soon? How many appointments have been made? There's still a lot more to be made. Ministers haven't been appointed, like you mentioned. Are we not complaining too quickly? Are we not being too sentimental?
Let's start from chart. Let's start with 1 to 5 of the chart. Highest position in this country, occupied by who? Because you want to tell me this position we should wait for other positions to be given out. But in the power play, you don't look at other positions being given out. There are key positions in this country that should be shared across geopolitical zones. I have no problem with chief of staff and the SGI, like I said, but you cannot tell me you are giving a position like the CG, the Controller General of the Custom, the Immigration, to the Northerners, and telling me they only them has the capacity to hold that position. So these are critical positions.